It is Father's Day. There might not be a lot of people on here. Okay, make sure you start asking me some questions here. So, right off the bat, I'm going to talk a little bit about blood sugar. Because I notice there's a lot of diabetics that are trying this diet and things like that. So right off the bat, if you try fasting and your blood sugar's dipping low, understand that it's natural to be able to fast, and it means your body's right fucked up, basically, okay? If your blood sugar's dipping low from fasting, you got a fucked up liver, your endocrine system's fucked up because you're insulin resistant, your liver's insulin resistant, you probably got a fatty liver from obviously abuse over the years and too much fucking booze. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about, so I got some blood tests here. So, this is before I started the bacon kick. So for about 2 weeks before I started eating that bacon, I was eating bacon still, but I was also drinking a bunch of fucking juice. So that juice, I realized the juice is completely fucking trash, even more so than I thought before. Because what ended up happening, so here's my numbers, I don't know if I'll explain these. So the key ones, my triglyceride levels. So back when I had my blood test done, even when I was on the McDonald's diet, they weren't as high as this. And this was because, so I was drinking about 500 milliliters of pomegranate juice and eating about a pound of berries. And I did that for 2 weeks. And my triglyceride levels, the range is 0 to 1.7 millimoles per liter. And I was at 1.41, which maybe to most people they think that's decent, but to me that's fucking not good. As far as I'm concerned, like I'm in the range, but it's just like people think that a blood sugar of fucking 5 is actually good. Like, okay, if you're in a fasted state, your blood sugar should be in the 4s, okay? Anybody that thinks that their blood sugar should be over 5 when you're in the fasted state is fucking fucked, okay? And they make you think that this is actually healthy. So the range, so here's a good one. So this is my blood sugar. This is the number that blew me the fuck away when I did this first blood test. So this is before, so now you'll see my 2 weeks in on this bacon kick. You watch my blood sugar be right back down in the low 4s, I bet. Or in the 4s anyway. So the night before I got this blood test done, I finished off a bunch of juice I had a pile of berries, and my blood sugar pulled 5.3 that morning. So there also was like maybe the dawn effect, shit like that. But 5.3, and as far as I'm concerned, is fucking garbage. And the reason my blood sugar was so high is, I'll explain it. So I was dry fasting all day still, right? I was dry fasting all day, eating in about a 2-hour window. Now when you're dry fasting and you're eating in a small window, I'm getting all my hydration through food essentially. So at that moment I was eating cucumbers, drinking this juice, and getting in these berries. But what happens is when you're using sugar to hydrate, then all of a sudden you can't get rid of the fucking sugar that's in the sugar you're taking in. Because your kidneys are going to need fucking fluid to kick fucking excess fructose out of your system. So what happened is my body held a bunch of sugar fucking throughout the night that night, and that's why that blood test is high. And so this brings up a good topic about this one group that I tried, basically this dry fasting combined with like drinking juice for 2 hours every night for about 2 weeks. And this is a big thing. So you might have heard about kidney filtration. So there's this big fucking kidney filtration craze. And there's this one group, and essentially people are on this, they're dry fasting all day, and they're drinking like 2 fucking liters of juice every night, and they're pissing like a pile of sediment in a cup. And it's like white sediment. Okay? So this is fucking sugar that they're pissing out. I know this because if you dry fast all day, and then you go grab 2 liters of fucking grape juice at 40 grams of sugar for 1 cup. So that's going to be 40 times 8. So that's going to be like 320 grams of fucking sugar when your liver can only uptake about 100. Okay? And then you have no extra fluid to kick all that sugar out through your kidneys. So what ends up happening is like you will end up getting rid of a bunch of sugar through your kidneys, but you'll have fucking, for sure, high triglycerides and high blood sugar levels doing a routine like that. So, and this whole fucking group, this is a big group on the internet. And like, I talked to one of the guys that runs this group before, and I'll try anything, right? So I fucking tried this shit, and I was getting this sediment in my urine, which everyone's like, oh, cloudy, yay, fucking let's all suck each other's cocks because we got fucking cloudy urine. That's not good. It's because your fucking kidneys are kicking, because you're basically, when you pound back so much goddamn sugar in a tight window, when you've been dry fasting all day, your kidneys are going to be the last line of defense, because your fucking body can't uptake that fucking sugar fast enough. So you're going to kick it out in your kidneys. So this is why I'm bringing up this blood test, because I was doing that fucking routine, basically that routine as far as the carbs go. I was eating, but I was taking in all this juice, and my fucking blood sugar was way high. And this was after like 12 hours fasted, because I fucking had all this fucking sugar in my system, because your liver can only take so much fucking glycogen. And like, people don't get this in this fucking group. Like, and if you look at the people on the group, it's like the results are brutal. Like, people are losing weight, but they're losing fucking piles of muscle mass. Because when you eat all that sugar, you're like, basically you're never fucking getting in fat burning mode. It doesn't matter if you're dry fasting 22 hours a day. And you can see these people are wasting away, like they're putting up before and afters, and they're actually promoting this shit. And like, fuck me, man. Like, you know, I love it when people like cut food out of their life and don't eat and truly fast. But when you're fucking doing a routine like that, where it's completely catabolic and you're losing muscle mass like a motherfucker, that routine is trash. Okay, it's trash. Like, some of the women are putting up their pictures and they're just wasting away. And they're not even lean. They still got fat, but they're fucking losing all their muscles, so they're like quote unquote skinny fat. And this is getting, like, some of this fucking shit's just getting out of hand. The only true way to fucking fast is to basically fast on salt water. Or dry. But now dry fasting is no good for performance. And you gotta remember, yeah, this bacon dry fast challenge I'm doing, I'm dry fasting all day, but that's one day at a time. I'm not doing 48s. Like, if I was gonna dry fast and do 48s, I'd be so taxed tomorrow that my performance tomorrow would be shit, okay? Here, I'll answer a couple of questions here. Yeah, so the one girl asked, Sandy, when I come off a fast, do I just eat low carb? Yeah, stick to low carb. Low fucking carb. If you're fat, you don't need carbs. The only people I even want asking me questions about glycogen and carb loading is going to be people that are fucking ripped. Anybody that's fat doesn't need any carbs. Okay, unless you're a guy I'm coaching that's a fucking world level, like, you know, world class power lifter, and we're trying to cut some weight, but he needs a little bit of carb for that explosiveness in the gym, even though he's still fucking got like 20, 30 pounds of fat on him. But we don't care, because we got a different goal. Okay, our goal is to be fucking super duper strong, and to be very explosive, you fucking gotta have a little bit of fucking good, clean, like, basically glucose type carbs though. Like starchy carbs, not a bunch of fucking fructose. Okay, so, yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because he's fucking this group, it's just, they're promoting it, this fucking cleanse. This cleanse is a crock of shit. If you go subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Subscribe to my damn YouTube channel. All these questions are answered in my videos. I'm making a video a day now. But one video I did with a 7-day dry fast I did, at the very end, I talked about how I was going to break my fast with this juice and shit. And I broke it, and then I fucking drank the juice for a few days, but then I realized like I had to try it and see what happened. But fuck, you'll feel it in your goddamn kidneys, boy. Like, if you're drinking all that juice in a tight window, so it's almost like you're replacing a meal with juice, and you're dry fasting all day, when you get that fructose high in your system, your kidneys have to kick it out, and you'll fucking feel that shit. And they're trying to make it sound like this is normal. It's almost as bad as the water fasting groups that are fasting people on plain water. Plain water fasting's fucking stupid, because you're never going to have any performance value. And like, adding salt, you're still getting the fucking water fast in. You need that goddamn salt. Okay, you need the salt. We're trying to replicate a fucking true hunter-gatherer diet here. Hunter-gatherers didn't just drink fucking, like, they always got, now hunter-gatherers, it was different, because they would fucking more like, it was cyclical fasting, where we're kind of structuring it with some sort of a routine, most people are. But like, say 100-gatherer times, they would have like ate like for 3 days straight and literally gained a bunch of fucking body fat, okay? And then they would have had to fast. So like I've been watching a lot of shit lately, even on, it's funny, because I've been watching all this shit on Netflix with these animals, and how like great white sharks and every fucking animal always goes after the fattiest fish they can get. Like great whites, their teeth are actually so sensitive. Guess what? Why do you think great whites don't eat people? Why do you think they'll bite you and then fuck off? Because what happens is when they bite you, their teeth are so sensitive that they'll feel the bone and they'll let go. They'll always let go because they feel the bone. That's why they want like fatty seals and like, because they'll bite into it and it's soft and then they'll just fucking eat it. Okay? Fat. So like now going to this bacon diet here I'm doing right now. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just say that, so basically dry fasting and then pounding juice is fucking trash. Don't buy into it. It's a bunch of bullshit. Now, if you come off a fast, if you come off a big long dry fast and you want to fucking, crack the fast and you're already lean and you have like some coconut water that's got some carbohydrate in it, that's a whole different story. Or if you're completely famished, you got 100 grams worth of capacity in your liver for glycogen, right? So yeah, you could fucking get away with taking in some sugar. But if you're fucking pounding back 400 grams of sugar every night via grape juice and dry fasting throughout the day, that is fucking retarded. I can't believe people are buying into this. People that live in fear will just buy into anything. They'll buy into anything. It's fucking unbelievable. Okay, how do you all get through the taste of the snake juice? Let's talk about the snake juice for a sec. So the snake juice, you can essentially mix it up however you want. If you put everything in a fucking big fucking bucket, for every liter of water you drink in the day, a good starting point is going to be 2,000 milligrams of sodium. So you don't have to have the exact amount of salt in every single, cubic cc that you drink. You could have like some that's stronger than others. But whatever amount of water you get in the day, you need that much salt as a good starting point, and then cut back based on if you get maybe the shits or something like that, or your body's not hacking. Like sometimes you'll get diarrhea if your body's not used to knocking back that much salt. But the right number, I got that number basically from a high level performance coach, and that's the top end. So you could cut it back. If you get diarrhea, you could try cutting the salt in half. But most of you, especially like now, so then the potassium is 4,700 milligrams in the day, so that's a fixed amount, right? So that stays fixed, and the salt will vary based on how much water you drink. So if you drink 1 liter of water, you want to get 2,000 milligrams of salt. If you drink 2 liters of water, you want to get 4,000. I made a YouTube video about this. And now, as far as the vinegar goes and the lemon juice, you can mix that in the fucking snake juice. You can take it out. You can shoot it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just understand that if you're not used to that vinegar, you might actually get the shits from that vinegar. I've had that happen with a few people. Also, protect your fucking teeth. Okay? Protect your teeth. That vinegar and that lemon juice will chew the fucking enamel off your teeth so fast if it's concentrated. Okay? So if you're going to drink it straight, drink it with a fucking straw if you're going to drink lemon juice right out of the bottle. And same with the vinegar. Okay? Because it's going to fucking chew your teeth up. You don't want to fuck your teeth. But keep in mind that dry fasting will heal your teeth. In fact, I was eating lemons for like 2 weeks, 5 lemons every night. And my teeth got fucked up. Like this tooth here. That one, it was actually getting rough. And it was fucking sensitive. And I actually was confident that when I start this bacon diet, it will heal. And I'll be damned, it's healing already. And so I'm only like, 11 days into this shit, and it's healing up. So, now this bacon diet, I'm going to get into this a little bit. This is pretty interesting stuff. So I'm getting this diet dialed the fuck in. Like I am bang on. My weight is staying very flat. I'm eating the exact same thing every day. Same amount of cucumbers, same amount of bacon. I feel like $1,000,000. I'm really excited to get the blood test for the first 2 weeks because it's going to be awesome. Because I'm positive my blood tests are going to come back crazy better than when I went into this because of the fucking experiment I was doing with that fucking juice. And it's just going to go to show that basically any sugar in your diet, especially when you're trying to lose weight, is trash. Okay, it's fucking trash. So, yeah, when I get those blood... And another thing, too, people are always asking about... So another thing with blood sugar. When you're in deep ketosis from fasting and you're keeping your carbs low, low enough that you're not kicking yourself out of ketosis. I made a video about that the other day too, talking how I could get away with way more carbohydrate than some fucking person that's following a mainstream intermittent fasting routine where they're not, or sorry, a mainstream ketogenic diet routine where they're not fasting, okay? I made a good video on that. Watch it. It makes sense. I was eating 100 grams of carbs a day and I'm still in ketosis. So when you're in ketosis, because your body's calling for less sugar, you're naturally going to be running a lower blood sugar, okay? So it's not unheard of to have a blood sugar that fucking falls below 4. It's not unheard of at all. So people, just that most of you people, when you go to the goddamn doctor, like even this fucking test, like 5.3, like that was basically deliberate. I wanted to fucking see how fucking high my goddamn glucose fasting would be when I was knocking back all that juice. 5.3, the doctors didn't say anything. They didn't say nothing. So they look at 5.3 like that's good. That ain't good. Fuck, when you're fasted, you should be under 5. Under fucking 5. If your blood sugar is over 5, you have work to do on your health. Fasted blood sugar, especially 24 hours fasted, should be fucking under 5. I don't give a shit who you are. Okay? When you're getting in the 5s, it's good if you're a diabetic. I've had people get into the 5s within a week, but that doesn't mean your liver's healed, because your liver could still, you basically still have no capacity to actually knock back any fucking carbs. As soon as you knock back carbs, you spike your blood sugar through the roof. Just because we're keeping the blood sugar nice and low, that's a good thing, because now we're letting your liver heal up. But your liver's not going to just heal up in 1 week. Like, you know, now it could heal up quite a bit. You might have good capacity to knock back some carbohydrate in a month if you used to be type 2 diabetic. Okay, what happens when you're diabetic? What happens is you'll be going to the doctor, your fucking blood sugar will steadily get worse and worse and worse. Then one day it'll just fucking spike through the roof. And that is like the threshold at which basically your liver gets so fucked up that you can't take the sugar. Your liver's not taking the sugar anymore. Okay, so it's like it'll be flat, it'll be a constant climb, and then boom, you're a diabetic. As soon as it pops, you're a fucking diabetic. That's what they'll call you, as a diabetic. Like, where did that word even come from? Like, there's no such thing. It's just your liver's fucked and you can reverse it. Okay? But that's what they say. You're a diabetic, and that's what happens. And that's when they got to put you on the meds, because you're fucking lazy and you're not doing anything else to fix a goddamn problem. Okay? And like, yeah, I was going to get into this. Here's a fucking, I can't even go, like, I get fucking, when you go up to people and you tell them that you fast, and, you know, you tell them even about eating like low carb, people like literally get angry. They're so fucking triggered. It just fucking drives me nuts. Like, I had this happen like a few times now when I've been like talking to people at a gym, and basically they were listening to what I was saying, and they were just basically probably judging the fuck out of me. And then after the fact, they went and complained about me because they couldn't handle that I'm preaching a fasting focused lifestyle. These fucking assholes. Fuck, that makes me mad. Like, this is happening all the time. People are so set in their fucking ways. And the problem is, I don't give a fuck if you got fucking 10 PhDs. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You know why? Because you're getting your PhD from the same fucking system that still promotes the fucking Canada Food Guide. Like, literally. These fucking big, bad, big-wig doctors are getting their PhD from the fucking system that promotes the Canada Food Guide, which is a proven failure. So you know that anything that the fucking system is teaching you is fucking questionable. Okay? Obviously, there's your hard science. Okay? There's your hard science where it's like, okay, this cell does this when this happens on a molecular level. You know, they know that. But as far as the fucking system works as a whole, like the body works as a whole, like they don't even fucking get it. Like people think they're so fucking smart. Science is like a million years behind fucking actual results. Or actual fucking like, what's the word? Behind evolution. Okay? They're so far behind. Like the science is a crock of shit. And this is why people, I hate seeing weight loss. Like I want to see weight loss. But I hate seeing weight loss at a loss of muscle. Most people are losing weight on their stupid fucking Jenny Craig Weight Watchers bullshit at a sacrifice of muscle. Okay? Go fucking on another group on fucking Facebook and find somebody that's as strong as I am that promotes a fasting focused routine that actually fucking has some muscle mass. That's how you know my shit fucking works. You know why? Because I won't let myself get weak. I won't let myself get fucking weak. And that's the problem. You go in the water fasting groups when they're fasting on plain water. These people are fucking getting weak as fuck. You know? You go to that fucking juice fasting, or that group, that master fast group. These people are fucking bones. Bones. Okay? If you can't fucking live a fasting focused lifestyle, and the way you're doing it isn't maintaining muscle mass, your fucking fasting routine is a fucking scam. That's the fact. Okay, like, even right now, I'm like, okay, like I'm 173.6 pounds tonight. I fucking bench pressed 315 pounds for singles the other day in fucking gym, and I fucking been eating bacon and cucumbers for fucking 11 days straight. 11 days. Bacon and fucking cucumbers. No fucking drugs, no nothing. You know, you can't even find people on drugs that can hit that kind of weight. And I'm not even training properly. And yeah, I got good genetics for strength, but it's not like I'm not a fucking alien. You know? So people gotta understand, weight loss isn't always good if you're losing it in the wrong way. Okay? If I can see it right away. I know when people are losing body fat, and I know when they're losing fucking muscle. And that's why I always ask people, are you feeling strong? Are you feeling strong? If you're not feeling strong, your routine is fucking your routine is too aggressive for the body fat percentage you're at. Like, I can't go, like my buddy here that I'm coaching, like Tom, if you guys have been watching Tom's videos and, you know, his trend. So he had diabetes. I've been coaching him. I fucking basically grilled the fuck out of him the other night. And I got him doing a 7-day water fast here coming up. Now that's a fast on snake juice, so salt water, okay? He's gonna drop body fat like fucking crazy in that 7 days. He ain't gonna lose any muscle. Because I've done these experiments. I fasted for 8 days on snake juice, and I had the scans done, and I lost no muscle. You ain't gonna get this kind of fucking result when you're fasting on plain water, because your performance goes down the fucking shitter. It's about performance and losing weight, okay? If your performance is going south, you need to revamp your fucking fasting routine and talk to me. Okay? Because it's not proper most of you fat people, your fasting routine can be crazy aggressive. Because you don't fucking, all that body fat you got's completely muscle sparing. As long as you're fasting and not eating a fucking tiny meals fucking throughout the day, you're gonna lose body fat and you're gonna hold all your muscle. But this is exactly why fucking Weight Watchers and all this shit is junk. People are like, oh, I lost a lot of weight. Good job, you lost a lot of muscle too because you don't know what the fuck, you're not fasting. Or you're fasting on a high fucking sugar diet like that Master Fast program. Okay, and that's why they're losing all their goddamn muscle. Like, you want muscle, for fuck's sakes. Okay, you want to lose your body fat and keep your muscle. That's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. If I was losing strength, I would not be promoting this at all. I'd be like kicking this right down the toilet. I'd be posting on Facebook tonight saying my snake diet's a massive scam. If you're losing muscle, it's a fucking joke. Okay? Any of the fasting routines, if you're losing muscle, it's a joke. If you're not losing body weight fast enough because your fasting routine's not aggressive enough, it's a fucking joke too. Like, you know, like I go on some of these other groups, like these mainstream intermittent fasting groups, and people are like, oh, I'm not losing any weight. Well, no shit. No shit, Sherlock. You're not losing any fucking weight because you got an 8-hour eating window and you're eating 1,000 calories a day and you're a woman that should be 120 pounds soaking wet and you're 190. Like, you need like such and you can run a crazy, like they can run a way steeper calorie deficit if they tighten up their fucking eating window and actually get goddamn fucking results. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna be sexy as fuck, Tom. See, understand this. The way I teach people to fast will take the fat and it'll conserve the fucking muscle. You will only start to lose muscle when you're fucking as lean as I am. Like as lean as me. You know, like that's, like I got veins popping out fucking in my forearms and shit. Like that's fucking lean. Like look at the veins popping out of my fucking head. Okay? So if you're losing muscle, that's why you always ask yourself, we look for these specific things here in snake diet land. Are you constipated? Good, you're not. Okay. Are you dropping body fat like fucking crazy or weight like crazy? Yes, you are. Are you keeping your strength? Yes. Do you feel good? Yes. Those things got to be met. If you feel like shit, the fucking routine sucks. Okay? It fucking sucks. And fasting's getting more mainstream and people are talking about it, but they don't know how to fucking do it. That's why you drink the snake juice, because it keeps your performance up. You can't perform when you don't have any salts. You can't. I could take a fat 300-pound man right now, fast him on snake juice for 2 fucking weeks, and he'll feel great the whole time. I've seen this happen. Okay, you can't do that on fucking fresh water. You can't. You fucking can't. You'll get away for a day or two, and you'll fucking basically hit a wall. You'll hit a fucking wall. That's why dry fasting is for healing. The majority of the time you should be fucking, you want to be water fasting, snake juice fasting throughout the day. Okay? Now you could block your water up in a little bit of a window, but it doesn't even matter. If you're gonna dry fast, go do a fucking dry fast. Now the way I do it, here's a question. What's your opinion on losing weight on the original low carb group? Fuck, I don't even know what's their protocol. Like, low carb, okay. The best, most optimal fucking way, hands down, to lose body fat and hold muscle is to fucking have the longest fasting periods possible, still getting your salt, and when you do refeed, keep your carbs at a fucking minimum. But don't go so low on your goddamn carbs that you're getting constipated. And that's what fasting allows us to do. We can eat some more carb and still stay in ketosis. Okay? So fat people that are watching this or on the group or whatever, low carb, you want to be in ketosis as long as you fucking can. It's the fastest way to lose fucking fat. And also, however much, wherever you think your fucking best version of yourself is, I guarantee you, you're still fat at the weight you think you should be at. It's okay, undershoot it. Undershoot it. Like, over lose on weight. And it's always easier to actually lose more weight than you think, and then creep it back up. It's always easier to do that. Okay? Because, like, let's say you're a woman, let's say you're like, I don't know, 5'4", and you're like 200 pounds. Okay? So you're way overweight. And let's say you should probably be like fucking 120. Okay? So 200 pounds, you're 80 pounds overweight. But you've been at 200 pounds so goddamn long that you actually think that you're supposed to be 140? You think you should be 140 if you fucking are 5'4"? No fucking way. Not unless you're on steroids and you got like twice the amount of muscle mass as a regular woman that's 5'4". Okay? Like, people gotta understand this. You're fucking not as big as you think you are. Like, I'm 173 right now. And I'm like 5 foot fuck all. I'm 5'6" and a half, I think, or close to 5'7", something like that. If you're a female and you're close to my height and you're even within 20 pounds of my weight, you're fucking fat. You're fat because I am fucking got twice the muscle mass you do. And if we're the same height, you should be like fucking probably like 30 or 40 pounds lighter than me. Does that make sense? Now the guys, same bullshit. You're not as big as you think you are. That's more of an ego thing. Because guys, it's almost opposite. A lot of times women want to be light, guys want to be big. Well, big and being fat are two different things. So most guys, they think they should be like fucking, if they're 5'10" or taller, they think they should be like 200 pounds. No! If you're lean, you're not getting even close to 200 fucking pounds. Like, that's a big ass dude. Like, we're talking like Chuck Liddell. Like, he was like, what, 6'1", 205 fucking lean? Like, you're not Chuck Liddell. You're fucking a guy that has like probably minus 30% of the muscle mass or 20% of the muscle mass Chuck Liddell's got. You should be like a 180. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to fucking understand they can shoot way lower on their body weight. Yeah, you heard fucking ketones aren't good. Bullshit. It's fucking stupid. Okay, so now that brings up a good point. A mainstream ketogenic diet. I talked about this before. They always want you to be in ketosis fucking 24/7. Keep the carbs like super fucking low. You're always constipated, blah, 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 okay? Now here's the thing. The cavemen were never meant to fucking eat that way. They would go in and out of ketosis, okay? Obviously when they were feasting, they weren't in ketosis because they would have been eating whatever the fuck. If there's lots of fucking berries around and lots of vegetables that had some carbs, they're gonna eat it. Body wasn't meant to be in ketosis 24/7, but it works well for fat people because you're just chewing on fat. Like a grizzly bear would be in ketosis all fucking winter. It's not an issue. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not natural once you get lean to be in ketosis 24/7. You don't have to be. Plus, people gotta understand that just because the fucking strips don't show ketones at times, if you've been fasting, it's not like an on-off switch. The depth of which you're in ketosis is going to be based on what your levels of insulin are at and how much glycogen you have in your liver. Okay? That's going to predict how much ketone production you got. So there's that. So like a natural always think the caveman lifestyle when you're asking yourself any questions. Okay? They would eat and fast. And they weren't just doing it day to day. Like they were eating for fucking like say a week straight. And they would actually get fat. And then they would fast for God knows how long. That's what you want to simulate. But the thing is we don't have to simulate that now because we got food everywhere. But that's why a ketogenic diet, so being in ketosis 24/7 for the rest of your life is not necessary, okay? And it's okay if you show ketones, but I guess more so I should say is eating like 20 grams of carbs a day for the rest of your life is not necessary. That's more what I should say. Because I was eating 100 grams and I stayed in ketosis. Okay, here's a question. So 100 grams of fat protein to 400 grams of low carb veggies. Yeah, that's a good routine. So that would be the reason I made up that 4-to-1 routine is direct feedback from all the shit I would see on the ketogenic sites about how everybody's constipated. Like if you even go on Instagram and type in keto constipation, there's like 1 million hashtags on that. So obviously you know your diet's flawed when you're plugged the fuck up 24/7, okay? Obviously your diet's flawed when you're losing muscle mass, okay? Obviously your diet's flawed if it won't reverse type 2 diabetes. And that's a good point. So now you got to remember that if you have type 2 diabetes, you're not in a fucking natural state. And because you're not in a natural state, you got to use a diet that isn't really natural to beat the problem. So that would be staying in ketosis 24/7 to beat that fucking issue because your body can't handle the carbohydrates. It all matters what your state is. What's your state? Are you lean? Are you fat? Do you have diabetes? Are you fucking addicted to coffee? Are you a drunk? Everybody's state is going to predict the fucking fasting routine they should be on. Okay? If you're fat and you're diabetic, you need to fast as long as you fucking can. Okay? You need to fast your fucking balls off and eat basically no fucking carbs or the minimal amount of carbs that you can still take a shit. Okay? That's what you do if you're a fucking fat diabetic. Now, if you're a skinny diabetic, you wouldn't have to go so low on the calories and the fasting periods wouldn't have to be so long, but the carbs should be fucking basically nothing. So maybe if you're a skinny diabetic, usually that's somebody that's a drunk. That's how you become a fucking skinny diabetic when you're a fucking liquor pig and you've been drinking fucking old grandpa's cough fucking medicine your whole life. Okay? That's what happens there. Now if you're an athletic guy or an athletic girl and you're already at your body fat percentage, then you're more looking for the fasting health aspects. Okay, so then you'll try maybe that more relaxed routine where you're eating maybe one meal for 5 or 6 days out of the week and then throwing in at least a 48-hour fast or even maybe a 72 to get the health benefits, to crank up the growth hormone, to help skin issues. Okay? You know, now maybe you're just fucking 20, 30 pounds overweight. Well, those people can fast really hard just like the diabetic. But maybe you don't have to be as anal on the fucking macros. But it's going to be optimal. Pretty much if you're fat, you should be fasting long periods of time eating low carb. until you hit. It's like either you're fucking the best version of yourself or you're not. The people that aren't need to be fucking aggressive as fuck until they hit the best version of themselves. Then they can fucking run a little more relaxed fasting routine. It's either you're fucking, it's pretty much white or black. It's either you're fucking fat or you're not. Like people are like, I'm not fat, I just want to lose 20 pounds. You're fucking fat if you have 20 pounds of excess body fat on you. Okay, you don't need the weight. You don't need the fucking, why do you need an extra 20 fucking pounds of body fat? Unless you're like literally a sumo wrestler that needs 20 extra pounds of body fat. Okay? How many times should you do a 48-hour dry fast in a month? That's how much do you want the healing aspect out of the dry fasting? Dry fasting is for healing. 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 Okay? So like throw a good long dry fast in there once in a while. Because it heals you. But snake juice fasting 99% of the time. Okay? Because you can't perform when you fucking dry fast. But if you were going to dry fast, like it wouldn't hurt you to do a 48-hour dry fast every 2 weeks. Like what? It's not even a long dry fast. I could still perform on 48 hours. It's when you get into about 72. I actually did an experiment where I ate enough fucking food that I trained for 2 dry days in a row, and then the 3rd day I finally shit the bed and like was basically a bag of shit. Okay, because you hit that wall and you're basically running on the only potassium you're getting is what's coming off your body fat. Okay, you're out of exogenous potassium, you could say. Okay, how many times should it? Yeah, so like that's how that works. You understand? Dry fasting is for healing. Don't try to run a dry fasting routine where you're eating every second day and dry fasting. That is fucking dumb. Okay, that is dumb. You will fucking not get the fucking results because you will get taxed and you will be weak and you won't want to go train. Now, somebody that's fasting on snake juice, I can get him in the gym. I had a guy that fasted for 12 fucking days on snake juice and he went to the gym every day. Now, do you think what do you think is going to get you better results? Going to the gym for 12 days, being able to go to the gym for 12 days, drinking snake juice, or trying to do a 12-day fucking dry fast, sitting in your bed because you can't even walk after day 4. You're going to burn more body fat, obviously, with the snake juice fasting and going to the fucking gym and being active. Okay? There's going to be a threshold where you fucking basically you dry fast long enough and you fall off the fucking face of the earth for energy. That's why you'll get way better results just always drinking the snake juice when you fast. And then throw a dry fast in. Just throw it in for health. Like, plan on it. Be like, okay, I'm going to do a 3 or 5 day fucking dry fast this every month. Once a month. And that's why I kind of bought into that Master Fast group. Because I like that aspect. They preach dry fasting most of the day, every day, and then you get, but the problem is the fucking hydration part of the day is a joke. But they preach dry fasting, and then they preach doing about a 48-hour dry fast once a week, and then they preach doing like a 3 to 5 day dry fast once a month. Now, a fat person, that's not a bad routine. Okay, I couldn't do that routine right now because I don't have any fucking body fat. Like, I can't even really skip days right now. Like, it would hurt me. I'd have to snake juice it for sure. But I couldn't like just go tomorrow. If I didn't eat tomorrow night, I'd be fucked up. Like I would start because I'm borderline. I'm fucking like just borderline where I don't want to lose any more fucking weight. Like I'm trying to do it so slow now. I want to get maybe a crack under 170 pounds and that's it. Because my next experiment, I'm going to start fucking around with carbs and knock back maybe like start at 50 grams of carbs via rice and keep tweaking it up till I kick myself out of ketosis. And then I'll fucking see my sweet spot, and then I can get away with that much carbs, still being in ketosis, not gaining any weight, and get a better fucking workout in the gym as far as explosiveness goes. Okay? Here's a question. So I am starting my first fast tomorrow and stop smoking. That's all. Smoking is fucking junk, okay? Cigarettes, you can cut the cigarettes with one 72-hour fucking snake juice fast. You'll cut that addiction right out of your life. You really can. I've done it. I did it with a few people. The only reason they'd restart is because they fucking got bored. Okay? You can cut that shit right out of your life in 3 days. 3 fucking days. Right? So people understand. Like that's what I was digging at before with the muscle loss thing. That is a big fucking deal. Who gives a shit if fucking some woman on Weight Watchers lost 100 fucking pounds and lost all her muscle mass and then basically looked skinny fat. Like, that is not the goal here. You want to keep your fucking muscle. You want to be high performance and losing weight. This is fucking high performance fat loss 101. Okay, there is none of this fucking muscle mass loss bullshit. And why do you think I was getting all those DEXA scans I was spending $70 a fucking pop on for like 6 months? To prove that I wasn't losing muscle. So I could grind this into people. That, like fuck. People that are losing muscle from fasting, you're doing it all wrong. You're not fucking fasting properly, you're losing muscle. Let's see here. So yeah, I want to fucking hit a topic here real quick about, people have been tagging me in this thing that's been going around on Facebook about coconut oil. And so here's the thing about coconut oil for all you vegans out there. What the whole article is basically, it's about how coconut oil has been proven to be not any more health, or just as, they use the word unhealthy, of course. They say coconut oil has been proven to be as unhealthy as fucking basically animal fat. Instead of writing it this way, they should have said coconut oil is not any healthier than animal fat, but that'll still have a bad connotation because everyone thinks animal fat's bad. So there's a study, I'm probably going to put it up in one of my YouTubes I'm making in the next couple days. There's this study, and it was a good one. It's no bullshit. This fucking surgeon blew the fucking whistle on the whole fucking dieting scam. He had done he's a heart surgeon, he had done 5,000 surgeries, and he explains fucking in detail why sugar is the culprit that causes fucking heart disease. And it's because the sugar causes the inflammation, and then what happens is your fucking arteries get clogged because of cholesterol, and the calcium and shit come to try to heal the arteries from the inside and plug them. But without the inflammation, if you have no inflammation, your body will just naturally circulate cholesterol. And cholesterol is like fucking just keeps your testosterone and helps you heal like crazy. So it's a really good article. So this fucking so one thing with the vegans, the big coconut oil craze, because they're like, oh, coconut oil is healthy. It's a fucking saturated, fucking hardcore saturated fat. It's no healthier than the fucking bacon grease I got sitting on the fucking counter right here. Okay? It's no healthier. It's fucking healthy, just like the fucking bacon grease, just like the fat on your ribeye steak. It's fucking none of it's gonna kill you. Your body isn't gonna have issues to that shit. Sugar kills you. Your fucking sugar. Your energy drinks. Like, you know how bad, like, I wonder if any of you guys have ever taken Adderall. This is off topic because I've been watching these fucking drug shows. And Adderall is basically a derivative of fucking methamphetamine. And this is, so ADHD does not exist. There is no such thing as there's no such thing as attention deficit disorder. It does not exist. It's made up. They can't even fucking physically prove that you have it. Okay? What it is hormones are fucked up in kids because they don't eat enough fat, and the parents are feeding them junk. All these bullshit made up fucking symptoms and fucking diseases and shit. It's made up. There is no ADHD. It's your and so this is the best part. So this girl was basically she's a drug addict, and her family's rich, and they get talking about how she got diagnosed by some fucking stupid drug dealing doctor saying that she had ADHD, and then she used it to rationalize herself not doing anything with her life and doing drugs all day. And then the best one was it showed this doctor, they called him Doc Hollywood. He was selling Adderall and all these other drugs to these fucking movie stars. Okay? Like, this is how bad this is. And that's off topic, but the fasting would beat the ADHD, is what I was getting at there. I just wanted to take it a little farther to explain how fucking doctors are fucking drug dealing idiots that have a license to do it. That's all they are. They're drug dealers. Every single drug you buy out of the store is basically a derivative of a street drug. your fucking goddamn cold meds, your fucking, all the opioids, you know, all that shit, all this shit. That's basically a knockoff of heroin, okay? Like, all this shit, why do you think these fucking pharmacies are getting robbed? Because they're selling this shit on the street, and it's because the system is this fucked. That those doctors are no different than they're just a drug dealer with a fucking license. They're a drug dealer with a fucking license. Okay? They're no different. Just that this Doc Hollywood asshole got caught because he's making nothing but money. He wouldn't even ask if there's any symptoms. He'd just sign off on it. He wouldn't even ask. He wouldn't even care. He's just signing off because he got to go to like these big events with these movie stars and shit. And then he got fucking busted. And he didn't even go to jail. He just lost his license and got some fucking other probationary bullshit. Okay? So people need to shut the fuck up. There's nothing wrong with you. Your diet is fucked. You need to cut the goddamn sugar and start fasting, and everything will be wiped off. Everything will come back to normal. You know, your skin conditions aren't fucking hereditary. Bad diet's hereditary. Okay? Any of that shit. I used to have athlete's foot my whole fucking life on my feet. Like, it was because of diet. And I thought, like my mom, I thought we were eating healthy. Like, I was always in sports. Like, it's not like I overate, but we're still eating bread. You know, there's still sugar there. You know, there's no real fasting. Right? And people, like young kids are already getting fat as fuck at like these young ages. Like, you see these kids that are like this girl I was talking to today at Good Life Fitness. She's a trainer, and she was telling me how she had like an 8-year-old girl come in, and this girl's blood fucking tests were fucking grossly bad. Like, because they had to send her to the doctor to get training, because if your fucking blood pressure and shit's a certain height, they got to send you to the doctor for a doctor's note. And this girl's 8. Like, it's the parents are feeding them the junk, but they don't know any better, because the education system tells you that fucking fat's bad and your sugar's good. If it was so fucking good, why is everybody fat? And if your fucking doctor with this big bad PhD was so fucking smart, why is a hillbilly like me getting fucking 20,000 times the results this joker gets? Like, why? This is the whole fucking system needs to be fucking destroyed. Like, I was talking even about the fucking healthcare system. People use it as a crutch. Like, you're not getting any health from the healthcare system. They're just giving you this quick fix. If the healthcare system was fucking wiped off the face of the planet, well, our healthcare system, people wouldn't fucking have this little crutch that they could go to, and they would be forced to get healthy. They'd be forced to fast. They'd be looking for alternatives because they wouldn't be able to go to their fucking doctor for painkillers. And yeah, some people would die. Yeah, like, there's obviously people that are so far gone that they're basically, if you took them off fucking shit now, very rarely though. Pretty much the only people that wouldn't make it is people that have been cut and sliced on by surgeons and have had shit ripped out. Like, are these people stupid? These doctors are idiots. Like, what are they, smarter than evolution? Let's just get rid of your tonsils. Those aren't there for a reason. Let's just fucking cut your gallbladder out. That isn't there for a reason. As long as you're not dying yet, and your gallbladder's still intact, it can be reversed. It can be fucking reversed. Okay? Like, they're just taking shit out of people like it's going out of style. Like, let's just rip kidneys out. You got 2 kidneys for a fucking reason. Do you ever look up how much fucking blood volume goes through a kidney in a minute? It's something crazy. You know, 1 kidney can't clean your blood out. One kidney can't regulate your blood good enough, especially with your shitty fucking diet. Especially when you're knocking back fucking 2 liters of juice. You know, with fucking 400 grams of sugar. Yeah, let's see how long your 1 kidney lasts. See, it all stems from this bullshit system. What I preach is fucking nothing special. It's fasting. I just push it so fucking hard. Because the fasting will get the best result of anything on the planet. I just push it really hard and I push it properly. I don't tell people to fast on plain water. I don't tell them to fucking fast on and do dry fasting with the juice. like juice fasting isn't even fasting. When I say it's dry fasting with juice, if you're doing that routine where you're drinking juice in a window and you're dry fasting all day. But juice fasting itself, what the mainstream thinks juice fasting is drinking juice all fucking day. That's not fasting. That's called catabolic bullshit that cranks up your triglycerides and you're losing fucking goddamn muscle like there's no tomorrow. And the only reason you're losing any fat at all is because you're starving yourself to death with fucking, because see, you can create a really nasty starvation situation when you're actually drinking fucking carbs and sugar throughout the day. It all goes back to when I talk about insulin spikes and the endocrine system. When you pull everything away, your body will gladly burn body fat. But as long as you're eating one jelly bean every hour, one jelly bean, that doesn't amount to much, does it? If you had myself, let's say I got up to 200 pounds. And let's say I did a fucking 10-day snake juice fast. I would get better results taking in only the snake juice versus me drinking snake juice, or let's even say worse, drinking plain water and eating one jelly bean per day. But let's say snake juice, both snake juice, one I'm completely fasting, the other one I'm eating one fucking jelly bean every hour for the whole day. I will get way better results with no food than adding anything. That's why when people are always like, oh, you can heal this with this food. The first thing you need to do is fast. Okay? Maybe the food choice is better than another choice, but if anything's going in your mouth, it's not going to be as optimal as fasting is. Okay? Nothing is going to be as optimal as just not eating at all. Like, look what they do in the hospitals. When somebody's on their fucking deathbed, when they can't even eat any more food, like they can't eat, they actually end up lasting a little longer because all the doctors are doing, they're pumping and fucking they're pumping them full of their IV. One thing that's in that IV often though is fucking goddamn glucose, which shouldn't be there. If they just had the fucking potassium chloride and the sodium chloride in the IV, that's about the best thing the doctors can do to you. That's the best thing when you are sick with something or have some sort of ailment. The best thing our healthcare system can fucking possibly do is put you on an IV that only has potassium and fucking sodium in it and maybe fucking sodium bicarbonate, which is essentially baking soda. That's the best thing they can do. Everything else they do takes away. Everything else. Why do you think they take all these diabetics and shit right off their meds? Soon as if they're having a situation, these people, they're not giving them meds. They might be giving them a little bit of shit through an IV just to control blood sugar, but they're off shit. Because it's like, so now you're in the hospital, you don't need your meds now, but you needed them when you're at home. That makes a lot of sense. Just goes to show how big of a scam it really is. Like the one girl, you seen that testimonial I put up? Check out my YouTube channel. Her eczema was gone in like 8 days. Like just from fasting. Like fuck. How many people got eczema so bad that they are in pain 24/7 and they're taking fucking bullshit creams and meds all the time. All the time. The amount of money that's blown on medication is outrageous. It could all be stopped. Like, that's it. I'm just here to motivate people to fucking actually grow a set of goddamn balls and try fasting. And I give you the fucking safest way to do it. Okay? Plain water fasting is not the safest way to do it. So, that's it. Like, people are fucking brainwashed. They'll believe anything you fucking tell them because of the fear. You know, you can use fear. You can leverage people with fear like you would not believe, right? Obviously, we're seeing that people are more scared of being fat than they are of not eating. Finally, on my group, because obviously it's going to be a balancing act there. If somebody's more scared of not eating than they are of being fat, they're not going to try fasting. Now, if they're really scared of being fat because of maybe, now this is where, having that purpose or having that motive where they have like some massive fucking problem like hemorrhoids, for example. You got hemorrhoids, your fucking asshole's fucked up every time you take a shit. You're going to fucking go to some pretty extreme measures to try to heal that shit up. Okay, you're going to go through some pretty extreme measures to heal eczema or something where you're bleeding or whatever. Okay? But like for somebody that's not super out of shape, it's a little harder to get them to fucking buy into the idea because they still think that eating 6 meals a day is actually good for them. All right? So the bacon kick's going good so far. I'm 11 days in. I'm getting my next set of blood tests in like 3 days. Essentially, I'm dialed right in now with the bacon. Weight staying constant. I'm eating 2 packs. I'm eating about a 1 kilo a night, kicking the grease. It works out to about 2,800 calories worth of bacon. And I'm eating about 300 calories worth of cucumbers. And my skin, like even look at my face. Like I look fucking young. Like I looked older than this by a mile when I was probably 26 years old. Like I look young. My skin is like fucking like I said, I used to get athlete's foot on the tops of my feet for fucking years. It's gone. Like it hasn't been there forever. Okay? Like I told you, my teeth are healing up for fuck's sakes. Anything you got, as long as the doctors haven't cut on your body and ripped shit out, anybody can fast. If you're having a tough time and your liver's all fucked up and you're having blood sugar issues, stay the fuck at home and manage it. And as long as it doesn't get crazy, if it starts getting a little too crazy, then you'll have to obviously ease into it with some 24s. If you're that far gone. I haven't seen this yet, but there's one guy I'm talking to tonight, and he might be that far gone. Okay? But most of the time, no. Like, even look at Tom. You know, we're off his meds in 3 fucking days, and he hasn't dipped below. He hasn't dipped below what is quote-unquote safe. Like, basically 80 milligrams per deciliter. You know, that's 4. So, you know, like if you're in a deep ketogenic state though, you could drop below 4 because obviously your body doesn't need the glyconeogenesis system doesn't need to produce as much sugar to feed all the fucking muscles because everything's getting fed from ketones, right? So anybody else that's watching is dying off here. I know it's Father's Day. You know, you should, and if you really care about your father, tell him about fasting and tell him to check out my videos. Hopefully they have a good sense of humor and they won't fucking think I'm just a big fucking asshole. But yeah, let me just check and see any last questions and I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see here. Yeah, this one about being in ketosis is not good. That's a crock of shit. Fuck, I've been in ketosis for, well, fuck. Like I've been in deep ketosis now for 11 days straight. You know, I've been in ketosis before for probably fucking 2 months straight. You know, like there's no problems. It's a goddamn ketone. It's fucking energy. It's not gonna kill you. Let's see here. Oh, what's this one? It's like people want you to fail. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna hit this real quick. People that are passive aggressive are fucking assholes. You ever notice when you say something, you're doing something, you're losing weight, and they're like, oh, I don't know about that, or something, or they fucking say something in a passive aggressive attitude? Tell those people to fuck off. Because you know what? Those people just want you to fail. I can't stand those types of people with their stupid attitude. You see it all the time, and it trolls. It's like they're scared to try anything. They don't want you to succeed. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know what? I dealt with that my whole goddamn life. You know, like, they just don't, you know how many people even right now, like, who the fuck wants to see me actually fucking, you know, grow and get big? Passive aggressive attitudes on people are fucking, they're crybabies and they're fucking assholes. And this is because our society is turning into a goddamn joke where so many people are becoming sociopaths. Nobody cares about anybody anymore. You're going to get way more of that because nobody really cares. It's all entertainment. You know, you see, you watch something on fucking Facebook. It's all entertainment. You know, no one gives a fuck about somebody that died. It's like, oh, too bad. No one interacts with anybody anymore. How are you supposed to care about somebody when there's no emotional bank account been built up? You can't. Okay, because no one did a favor for either person. And that's what happens nowadays. People are on the fucking internet 24/7, and don't get me wrong, I take full advantage of your addictions. I take full advantage of your fucking addiction. And I caught on to this about a year ago, and I remember when I fucking had this idea, you know, I wanted I actually wanted to do like almost like some motivational talking, like just the way I talk though. Which this is kind of what this became. I'm a motivational fasting coach is what you could call me, I guess, right? Gotta make some name up for what I do. Motivational asshole or whatever you want to call me. But, you know, like that's the thing. Like back in the day, I realized, I'm like, okay, people are fucking goddamn Facebook addicts. I got something cool here. I can help a lot of people, but if I don't use Facebook as one of the outlets to get my point across, it won't blow up. So then I focused on it and I learned and I fucking triggered fucking people left and right. I triggered half of fucking the fitness industry in Edmonton. And that's how I got to where I am now. I'm helping all these people because I trigger people, but you got to be shameless. You got to not care about judgment. That goes back to the diet. Tell your friends you're on the diet. Tell them what you do. Don't just say I'm on the snake diet. Tell them how the fuck it works. Tell them that you haven't ate for 2 or 3 days straight and you felt great. And take that criticism from their hopefully they're all for you, or they're going to be fucking some passive aggressive asshole. Or they'll be completely brainwashed into the 6 meal a day bullshit that doesn't get any results. Well, I might have a question here. Dry fasting. Okay, we got a question there. So just to go through that one last time. Dry fasting is for healing mainly. Okay? Obviously you'll lose weight when you dry fast and shit, but that's not what it's about. If you're going to do a dry fast, do a fucking real dry fast, okay? I enjoy dry fasting most of the day, and then I obviously get all my potassium and sodium when I eat the bacon and cucumbers. So there's that routine, okay? Now the only way you can do that kind of a dry fasting routine is if you're eating probably most of the nights in the week. I got one girl right now who eats less than 500 calories a day. She eats 6 meals in the week, so 1 meal a day for 6 out of the 7 days. Then she does a 48-hour fast, and she is dry fasting all day. And she basically gets in just the food and the vegetables and gets all her hydration. I got her eating about 700 grams to a kilo of cucumbers and then whatever else. And it's working good, and she's losing literally a pound a fucking day. So that is almost the only reasonable dry fasting routine you could run. So you'd have to run at a massive caloric deficit and then get in the snake juice or whatever in a tight window at the end of the day. And I guess the benefit from that, see, that's the thing. There's not a lot of benefit from doing that, right? The only reason I'm doing it is because if I was drinking water throughout the day plus eating all these cucumbers and shit, I would be flushing electrolyte. So it would actually be counterproductive if I would have been drinking water earlier today, if that makes sense, okay? It would have been counterproductive for me. I like being very empty now during the day, okay? So... But also, I'm also eating 2 to 2.5 kilograms of cucumbers at night to make up for that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't lose fucking muscle mass. I hate seeing girls that look like they're fucking losing their size muscle-wise because of how they're dieting. Okay, I want to see tone. I want to see fucking muscle mass not disappearing. That's the goal here. I'd like to see people have enough willpower that you could deliberately gain 10 pounds and lose it. Then I know that there's no food fucking eating disorder involved or anything like that. Anyway, I'm not even worried about eating disorders because people with eating disorders can't fucking truly fast. They're always eating something. It's just so small a calorie. That's why they're completely catabolic. In a sense, the Weight Watchers routine would almost simulate an eating disorder because you're eating at a caloric deficit, but you're still eating 6 times a day or whatever, and that's the addiction right there. Okay, that is the simulation of an eating disorder. Anorexia, bulimia is different because you puke it up, but anorexia, an anorexic, they don't fast. They don't have the fucking willpower to fucking fast for days like me. You kidding me? They're always popping something in their mouth. It might just be something small like that jelly bean, completely breaking their fast. Okay, that takes fucking some. People do not have the willpower to starve themselves to death with fucking through fasting. They can't do it. Okay, they can't do it. There's no fucking way they're gonna have the fucking willpower to sit there and literally dry fast until they starve themselves to death. I don't give a fuck how much of an anorexic they are. That takes some serious self-development to do something like that. It takes some serious self-development for somebody like Gandhi to sit there and drink water and lemon juice for 21 days. Okay? Anorexics don't do that kind of, they don't have that kind of habit. They're still eating fucking food. It's just such small amounts that their bodies become very catabolic. They're still putting things in their mouth. Okay, that's all it has to be as a jelly bean. And then as soon as you're putting a jelly bean in your mouth, you're not practicing my snake diet anymore. That is a fucking eating disorder. If you're eating the tiniest amounts of food throughout the day, that is a fucking eating disorder. Okay? So everyone have a great night. And if you have any questions, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can PM me on the messenger, and I always answer in voicemails. Memos, I don't text. I try not to text much at all because it's too time consuming. I can just answer really quickly in voice memo. Subscribe to my Instagram as well. Follow me on Instagram. I put some shit up there. And everyone have a great night. And get that fat in ya!